Welcome back, everyone, to the U Experience with Vic and Nate over there. It's another week has gone by. How's it going, Nate? How you doing?
Lucky number 13.
Lucky
I feel
episode
I
number
feel like I was
13.
just here the other day, huh?
You?
Like, doesn't it?
I actually feel like it's been a long time. I feel like
You
we
miss
took
me?
we
It
took.
misses me a little bit.
I miss them. You? I can live without you.
It's been fast for me.
Yeah.
Why for you?
I,
For what?
felt, I don't know. I just felt it. The week has felt fast for sure,
Mm.
but the being here in the experience,
The most important.
this part, yeah,
It
for
feels
some
long,
reason, it just felt
interesting.
really long.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It's kind
maybe I
of
was looking forward to it. Maybe that's what it is. I was looking forward to it, or I was thinking a lot about
yeah.
it. And it's something where I think the topic of today,
Yeah.
which is environment,
hmm
is really really kind of
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's very
perfect.
fitting.
It's fitting.
very
It's
fitting.
perfect because we need that. We need to touch back on environment. I think it's
Mhm.
very important. But before we get there, actually, I want to just shout out again, all of you. Yo, Vic, I had a YouTube channel before this experience, right?
Okay.
And like I used to have a YouTube channel for years, like
So you're a
years.
professional
No,
YouTuber.
no. This is the thing. I had it for years, and for me to get like even 5 views was tough. Like
Mhm.
it was tough.
Okay.
Yo, this pod is getting like consistently 30 plus, 30 plus,
Okay.
and I'm like, no. Thank you, like genuinely, because people are listening, and like our efforts are like, it's rewarded.
It's rewarding.
Even if it's 30 views, 15, 10, like I know how tough it is to get those views,
Mm-hmm.
and like to have that consistency of every video
Mm-hmm.
or most of the majority of the videos, I'm like,
Right.
so I just wanted to, before we get into the whole environment thing, I just
Appreciate
wanted
you.
to shout all of you out. Thank you. Like y'all keep me going. That's it. They keep me going.
Yeah, no, I mean that's very impressive. I'm glad you shared that. 30 people, whether it's 10, 25. I mean, at the end of the day, if it's working for you, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Ultimately, what we seek is for 5 people that improve and better their life. That's amazing, right? Our goal here is for that is take what we're telling you, see how it's worked for us, and what has worked for us, and what hasn't worked for us, and kind of adapt it and make your own little situation there. So, thank you all for continuing to tune in and
Yeah.
watch and send us comments and feedback and all that stuff, and we're gonna adjust, adapt, and reiterate as things come
So
up.
I say cheers to that, baby.
Let's
Cheers
cheer.
to that, cause
Cheer.
this is where this is what I want my life to be again. This is what I do it for. This is what I live for. This is what I live for. That's crazy. It's absolutely insane. But going back to
It's the environment that you're in that lights you up, right?
exactly.
It's the environment that really kind of sets the tone for a lot of things that happen in your life. So
I
think that's why I'm really passionate about environment.
yeah. I'm gonna be. What do we preach here at the U Experience? Being real. I'm gonna be real here for a sec. Me, at least I can speak for me. You can chime in your aspect of that. But I haven't been doing much of a lot of things that I used to do, right? Like the push-ups,
Mhm.
the readings. It's here and there. It wasn't like every day like it was. The habits have kind of slipped away. That's me. I'm being real with that. But what were we talking about before we started shooting? We said it's because we haven't, like, when we would keep in touch, when we would connect,
hold each other accountable.
that's when we would see, like, we're going
Correct.
higher.
There was a friendly competition, but at the same time, it was the accountability of each other. But at the same time, it was that constant reminder that you have a direction, you have a goal, you have a vision. That's where you're going, and I'm doing my part. Are you doing yours?
Yeah. And again, going back to that Jim Rohn, like, I'll take care of me for you if you take care of you for me,
Mhm.
right? So,
That's
but
my favorite quote.
But it goes back to that was like a LeBron moment. You ever seen that LeBron?
No.
Someone tells him a quote and he's like, "Oh, that's my favorite quote of all time." I was like, "I love that quote." Or something like that. But like LeBron has this kind of meme-ish thing where he doesn't really know much, but he's always saying it in front of the camera. Yeah, like there was
I'm pretty sure I shared that quote with you.
no,
So
yeah,
I know
yeah.
that for a
It was
fact.
just no, yeah, I know, but it was just like I thought of that because how you said, "Oh, that's my favorite quote."
That's my favorite quote. And the next one you're gonna say, "That's my favorite one too."
Yeah. But basically, we were talking about earlier before we started filming how, like, we haven't connected as much.
Mm-hmm.
And like for me, I think I try to give you the space and like time that you need for like what you got, but at the same time I think about it now, like right now at this moment, I'm thinking like we gotta be in touch.
And
We gotta
it's
be in
not that
contact.
it's not that it has to be a constant, overwhelming, being there all the time. It's just we used to do more of it was it's like a quick text. Hey, I'm at 500. Hey, I'm at 1,000. And that
How
just
many
kind
pages
of
have you
that kind
read?
of right. How
Something.
many pages have you read? How much time did you spend in whatever you were doing,
Yeah.
and that constant checking in keeps you kind of on check.
That's like that was the environment that we created. We created that space
Correct.
for each other. And that's how like accountability partners and environment go hand in hand.
Mhm.
Because that's the environment you're surrounding yourself with. That's the environment you're creating.
You're creating that environment. So if you take a fish and you take it out of water and you put it on Earth, you've changed his environment. So that fish is probably going to die.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
It's not made for that environment. Well,
Yeah.
same thing for you. If you take bad habits and you switch your environment and you begin to focus on installing new habits.
Yeah.
Well, if that environment is supportive of those new habits, well, those are going to grow and ferment and become big, and the old habits are going to die.
Yeah.
And that's what environment does. That's what environment, starting from the level of because there's different forms of environment.
Let's start at the basic. What's the definition of environment?
Let's start at the okay. So let's start with that.
That's
I
what
have
I'm
it right
talking
over
about.
here. I have it right
That's
over
what I'm
here.
talking about, baby.
All right. So here's a really good definition that I was able to find on environment
Okay.
that I can very much get behind on, and that's behind with. It's the complete set of conditions and factors, both living and non-living, bionic and abionic, that surround and influence a living organism. Okay, so it's different factors. It's just that influence you without you realizing it.
Yeah.
And maybe with you realizing it.
That was that was good. There was something that I've said when I was at a party. I'll never forget this. I was at a party, young. I was young, like 20 maybe, or 21, like 20 had to be 20, and a bunch of like
You were really young. You were a baby still.
yeah, babyface Nate. So there was a bunch of obviously it was a young party, like a bunch of kids like
23.
20s. I'm 23 now,
Yeah,
but
you're
like
an
I've
old
grown.
grandpa.
I've grown a lot. So thank you very
Right.
much. So I'm 20. I'm at this party. There's a bunch of other young kids just like my age, and like drinking, a lot of like drugs, and like they were doing like balloon things and stuff. How they inhale the balloon gas, whatever.
Mhm.
I was in a room at this party.
Mhm.
That's all that was around me. Like a
Mhm.
bunch of people just doing that.
Mhm.
And I was on my phone. I was actually playing Clash Royale, the game they. I was on my phone.
You've been playing that for that many years.
Dude, yeah.
Okay.
But basically,
I hope you're up in the charts now. At least.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm pretty high up.
Okay.
I'm pretty high up. But my
Hey,
dad.
can somebody check that?
No.
Let me
I'm
see
not
how
like
high
super.
up
I'm not
is that.
super high up. My dad is the one who's like.
Yeah.
My dad's almost professional. Like it's kind of
Okay.
crazy. It's kind of crazy. But
Anyway.
stop it.
Okay.
Basically, my environment was that, right? This is what I'm getting to. I told myself in my head, I was sitting there playing, and I'm looking, and they're offering me, and I'm like, no, I'm okay, like, thank you. I'm like, I'm surrounded, but I'm not influenced.
Mhm.
Like, I'm surrounded by
I
this,
like that.
but I'm not influenced by it. And I thought about that, and I took a picture of that moment, just to remember, like, to remind myself, like, you're surrounded by a bunch of, you don't, like, you're surrounded by just a bunch of forces against you. You're like, life is against you, Nate. Like, I'm surrounded by that, but I'm not influenced by it to go against myself, against the world, whatever. It's like, I'm surrounded, but I'm not influenced. And I was just thinking about that, how, you mentioned influence, and I'm there, and at that point I knew, I'm like, I am special, for sure, you know?
And from that story there, I mean, what I can pick up on is that what you said, right? Is you're in an environment, but you're not influenced by it. That takes a certain level of thinking. You have to be certainly aware of yourself
Yeah.
to be able to think like that. Somebody else might not be able to say like I'm surrounded by all of this, but I know that this will never lead me to where I want to be, to the outcome that I'm looking for. And that's where, or let me try this once and see where it goes, and just kind of go with however the river flows,
Yeah.
right? Because it's in those moments when you don't know what's going to happen. The moment where you're just kind of letting go of that stuff, and maybe you do it because of peer pressure or whatever. But that's the environment that you put yourself in.
Yeah.
Now, being in it, being having the ability to say like I'm not going to do any of that. I'm not going to be influenced by my environment requires awareness.
Yeah. So, going back to that definition, how everything living, non-living. So physical environment and like mental environment. How like are you are mentally, your thoughts, like that will influence how you act, how you become who you are. And I think in order to win, if you want to be successful in any way, you have to choose decisions that increase the chances of you becoming successful. For instance, environment. Why surround yourself in that type of environment where it's like bad for you, like it's not gonna get you places? Why, like, be in there in the first place when you can be in an environment where it's people are reading, people are socializing, people want to win, people want to succeed? Like, you're just increasing your chances of succeeding. And like with life, you have to take that in. You got to take that within life, where choose decisions to just increase your chance of becoming successful.
Mm-hmm. You have the option if you want. For example, put it like this: if you're running in a mountain of sand,
yeah,
right, it's going to be a lot harder to get to the top. But if you're running in a straightaway path, it's going to be a lot easier to finish to get to the end than it is going to be on that mountain of sand.
Yeah.
So by setting yourself up, by setting your environment up, by setting your family up, by setting however you're going to structure that, however you're going to structure your friends, however you're going to structure
habits,
your
everything.
Yeah. How you yourself are setting that up, then that's how you're going to. I think in the last environment pod I talked about the jetpack.
Yeah.
So you're going to decide is, do you want to make it harder on yourself or do you want to make it easier on yourself?
Yeah.
As many people as, everybody thinks that discipline is hard. And it's actually what sets you free, even though you feel that you have certain things to do, but it actually sets your mind up to be able to think in different ways, to set yourself up to be able to start looking at things differently. And that all starts and stems from setting up your environment, right? If you like you said, if you wanna get smarter, go where the smart people are hanging out. If you want to have more money, go where the people with money are hanging out, and surround yourself by that kind of people because they're going to present you to opportunities, ideas.
I do that pretty well.
Do what?
I go where the people with money are at. The fine dining.
Yeah, fine dining.
So, but why do you think I enjoy doing that? Yeah. It's the environment. Again, going back to why I do certain things. Why I golf. Why I play tennis. Why I fine dine.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what I'm surrounded by.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
why...
It also serves to motivate you as well, right?
Oh, absolutely.
In your mind, you're like, this is what I want every single day. I want to be able to do this every single day. So it begins to you create an energy there, and then that you link that emotion up with your mind, and then that kind of aligns the direction. It ferments it. It makes it more real, more possible, because now you're feeling it, you're seeing it, you're doing it.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna mention your body also. I feel like your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit, like it talks to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yes, it does.
It talks to you, and you gotta listen to it. And I notice when I'm in certain places, my body, my energy.
What's your body telling you right now?
It's like I'm amped. I'm excited. I'm pumped. But what I was gonna say is like when I'm in other places, I feel like I just don't want to be there. I'm very low, very like dragging.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's your body telling you like this is not for you. Like that's not.
Aligned.
You're not aligned.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta listen.
It's the wrong environment.
You gotta like follow and listen what your body wants, because that's when you'll find your purpose. You're like a soul. Like everything aligns.
Mm-hmm.
And like when you're in environments, like listen to that. Try to like feel what you're feeling. Like this is something I want to. You know what I mean? Because it's important. It's important to listen to your body.
It's kind of like your gut. It's the gut check, or it's your emotional. Like where there's places where you just don't want to be there. You're making all the physical, and that's tiring to really think. You have to think about it and say, oh God, I don't want to be here. Like, you know, and you're going through that while at the same time trying to exert whatever you got to exert, while you're thinking about how much you don't want to be there. So now you're using a bunch of bandwidth that you could have otherwise used for something that you really truly enjoy. and it would flow better because one, you enjoy it. Two, you're going to be more curious because you enjoy it. So you're going to want to find out the nitty gritty. I am very fortunate that I'm very curious. So I just love to learn.
Curiosity is
It's
curiosity
such
is
a superpower.
it's a power
Mhm.
to be curious. You know.
It's curiosity.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I am at school. Like my school, the environment at my school, I can be there a long time. I could be at school for a very, very long time. I could be in the classroom even longer. I don't even enjoy really much the break that I get. Sure, like I get to go eat. Like,
Man, I gotta go on break. I want to keep listening to you, teacher.
no, sometimes I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I'm like that. I'm like, I enjoyed interacting with my classmates. I enjoy having conversations about certain things. Like, I have the time of my life right there. You know what I mean? And that's why, like with here, it's like the same thing. So as I'm going to school and as I'm like learning, I'm like, man, like there's a lot of ideas I have of just like how I can not only make impact with like on the U experience and change the world through here, but like through other like foundations and organizations that I want to like create and stuff. And like, you know, it's that see what putting yourself in an environment of like people wanting to succeed do to you. Like for me, it made me come up with so many ideas. Like I want to start touring. Like I would love to tour schools and just like talk and speak at schools. I'd love to do that and just get to know, like, you know, just all that. A positive role model to everybody. I just want to be a positive role model, you know. But yeah, that environment at school has made me just like love to live, you know. Learning is a beautiful thing. Like I'm a lifelong learner for sure.
And learning, I think, has to do with anything you enjoy, right? You learn how to paint, how to draw, how to use computers, how to write, how to speak. All of it is learned. Nobody is born a natural at it. You usually get better as you surround yourself by those. There's people that you'd see that they're really good communicators. Well, maybe somebody when they were young was a very good communicator that they were able to emulate. For me, my dad was he was friendly with everybody. He talked to everybody, you know, and I observed that. And I picked up on that, and I was like, how come everybody likes my dad? You know, and it's because he was a friendly guy. He had a lot of different things to talk about. You know, a lot of life experiences.
Can I ask you something? You don't gotta answer it, but like, if and when, or if or when you have a child, right? Like, how would you parent a child? Like, what environments would you put them around and stuff? Like, how would you want to raise your child?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think I would like to raise them in the same way that I do a lot of my work.
So like structured.
So structured, but at the same time, understanding. Because it's I do want there to be sort of a structure of learning and a path to where they can understand the different things and why they're done. But it's also not going to be one where you're reprimanded or made feel bad because you made a mistake. I think it's in those moments of mistakes where you have the opportunity to build people in a different way. Because if you make that mistake the worst thing that they have ever made, then they're more than likely going to avoid making mistakes longer term.
Try to be perfect.
They're going to try to be perfect in that.
And then that wears on them.
It'll wear on them, and it will never allow them to get closer to such a big thing, because perfection is not real. You cannot have perfection. You cannot just write the first letter you're going to write and it's going to be the most perfect letter that has ever existed. It takes iteration. Everything takes iteration. The iPhone looked one way when it first came out. Now it looks a very different way, and it works a very different way, right? The chips that are in it used to have a certain layout and setup. Now they look very different. Throughout time, they've iterated everything. Cars, right? They don't look like they used to in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. They've changed. Jets, same thing.
Evolved.
Everything evolves as new information comes out. Everything evolves, and as should you, because if you do not go out and seek information, or you do not go out and get around the things that you wanna see in your life, you won't.
You'll be stuck. You end up stuck.
You'll be stuck. And when you don't grow, that's when you feel stuck, and you feel like you're not doing anything. You feel trapped.
What did The Weeknd say? He said, "Wasted times." Hold on. I did that to myself. He said, wasted times. I did that to myself.
Right.
Like, at the end of the day, if you live a life and it feels wasted, like, probably because that was your decision.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you don't want to live a wasted life.
You don't.
This life, you only have one. What was I telling you earlier?
One life experience.
What was I telling you the other day? Like,
was it earlier or the other day?
The other
What are
day.
you telling me? 'Cause there's a whole lot of conversations we're having, man.
For real. I was telling you like why I woke up in the middle of the night because of a
The
thought.
cat?
No, not the cat. Because of the.
See, you told me about the cat.
Yeah,
too,
you're right.
waking
You're
up
right.
at
You're right.
2, 3 in the morning.
She's so crazy, so nocturnal. But I woke up to like the idea and thought or like dream or nightmare of like death. You know, I was thinking about death. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Just like how at one point of my life, like everyone's life, that's gonna come.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It's a guarantee.
guaranteed.
Guarantee.
And like I just started like freaking out a little bit, panicking, because I'm like, man, like, and when I think about that, that makes me like, I can't waste this life.
Mm-hmm.
It's so precious. Life is so beautiful, like the people you meet. And it goes back to all that, but you know, you don't want to sit there and look back years later and say, man, like I could have done this or I could have, should have, would have. Like just do it, chase your dreams. And if you fail, just know that like I'd rather go out that way failing but knowing I chased my dreams than never chase them at all. Like I'd rather go out there and fail a million times knowing that I didn't succeed than to never try at all.
Mm-hmm. And that's a regret minimization framework that Jeff Bezos talked about.
Damn.
Right? He sits back. So I was looking up the average age of the
I was-
average life expectancy of an American.
What is it?
78 years old. 78.39 years old.
Damn.
That's the average life expectancy. So
If you think about it, that's 20 years 3 times and then a couple 13 more
you
years.
get 3 20-year seasons. Plus a little bit more.
It makes you realize you don't really got a lot of time.
Yeah,
Time
you
moves by
don't.
fast.
It
And that's
it
why
moves
you gotta
very fast.
chase your dreams, man. Chase your goals.
And it's difficult when you don't have a plan because you don't see the structure, you don't see the next step, you don't see the next move that you're going to make.
Yeah.
So it goes again back to that starting point, awareness. Once you become aware of where you're at, and if you do want to be there, then continue to do the things that get you there.
Now you see how everything that we've talked about kind of comes back to this moment of, you know what I mean? You got to be aware of what you want. Then you got to focus in on that. And then you got to surround yourself with the right people. And then it's just a bunch of building Lego blocks that go together to build that massive tower. But
Like that Bugatti, that Lego Bugatti.
you seen that?
Yeah,
That was
looks pretty cool.
crazy. That was
Looks
crazy.
pretty cool.
Hey, you know what we got to do too? We got to put your Ferrari up on here, like on the set
Yeah.
one time.
Yeah.
Do you still have it or
I
not?
still have it.
All right.
Yeah.
Check.
I mean,
Just
even-
keeping you on check.
Even though it's in the black bin, the trash takes every week. Just kidding. I have it there.
Keeping you on check.
Yeah, I have it
That was a
there.
cool Ferrari.
Of course.
I saw
Of
it-
course you think it's cool. You gave it to me.
I know, but I saw it and I'm like, oh, this is something you would like for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, it's pretty cool. So,
But yeah, it's life is so short, man. Like just live it up, making the right decisions, enjoying it too. Again, like have fun, go out.
and you're going to make mistakes.
You're going to make
Just know that.
mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. I'm still making mistakes to this day. But
Tell
you
me
know,
about it.
huh?
Tell me about it.
Don't even start with me right now.
One door or two doors? To be or not to be? Come on, you want me to take you back to 101? Come on now. So,
Oh, that's a joke only we know. But
so you
Live it
know,
up.
and you gotta live it up, and all that would allow what helps you live it up.
Yeah,
By surrounding
exactly.
Yourself and
Exactly.
making setting your environment up to get you every single day a little closer. You're going to make mistakes. Things will throw you off
course.
your course, and things will throw you off your path. Just know when to become aware that something has happened and recognize and then readjust. Like we were saying earlier, yes, there has been a little bit of a shift in our focus and habits,
Yeah.
and that a part of it stems from the accountability and certain shifts that happen in life that you have to you shift for that small period of time,
But
then
you gotta come back.
You gotta make sure you're aware that you shifted, and then come back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I didn't want to speak on your behalf because
right,
that's not my
correct.
field, but I did speak on my behalf. You know, so
Your behalf is your field of expertise.
Mhm.
My behalf is my field of expertise.
isn't that beautiful?
It's everybody gets to be an expert in whatever they want to be, and then it also
if you can respect it, you know.
Yeah, and that's what you got to be, right? There's certain things that you like, that you enjoy, that I might not, but I gotta respect it because that's what makes you happy.
Yeah.
That's what fulfills you, and that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
You're gonna find your own way through all of that.
And like, I'm not saying you can't find that. For me, I'm gonna speak on me again because it's my expertise, like you just said. But the reason I go to these fine dining places is mainly because it's nice, sure, but the people also are very respectful for the most part. Very respectful, at least for me, for the most part, because I treat them with respect as well. I'm not saying you can't go somewhere, like less fine dining, and not get respect. Sure, like you're gonna find it, but like, I just feel the chances of people being more respectful will be found here than here. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to, I want to surround myself more with that.
Right, you're creating that environment where you're surrounded by this energy that you want to be surrounded by. All right. So before you were hanging out with people that were maybe doing drugs, drinking, maybe going out of the clubs, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And that's your goal. But if your goal is to be different or to do different things, or if your goal is to be a scholar, you're probably not going to be able to have a lot of time to go out to the clubs and drinking and all that stuff. You might have some, I don't know, I'm not a scholar, but
ask me.
Yeah,
You're looking at one
tell
right
us, little scholar.
You're looking at one right here, man. You're looking at one just right here. And again,
you were just telling me you spent 4.5 hours doing homework. So tell me,
on one assignment,
Yeah,
I would
exactly.
go one. But again, it's just like,
so how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it?
You get what you
How
put
bad
in.
Do you, want, you get what you
You
put
get
in.
what you put in, baby. You put in this amount, and it's gonna go through the machine. It's gonna come out with an input output. Like what you get out. Going back to the clock, the timers, like you pay for what you get for. Basically, that's you pay for what you get for, and then you also like put what you put in. You get what you put in. So it goes money wise, sure, and it goes also like your own value. I was thinking about it on the way over here. I was like, man, I want to create a value, like my value. I want it to be high. I want it to be high value, where it's like, like I think about it. I'm just because eventually when we get there, it's like my time is valuable, and like. I don't want to sound now I don't want to sound like too cocky or like greedy, but it's like I want it to be where to meet up with me for any ideas or anything, or like just to like I'm not accessed easily, if that makes sense. Like I don't want to be like,
and that goes back to setting up your environment, right? If for example is for us to get to Warren Buffett, there is probably going to be a mountain of stuff that has to get in.
Yeah.
And that there has to be some sort of value that he's going to see from me.
Yeah.
That's
right. Like I just want
to be a value exchange in that situation.
I want to be a valuable person, but now let me ask you this: like, is that wrong? For like,
no.
You know what I mean? Because now I'm thinking like, oh, what if people see me as like I'm mean or something? Like, no, it's not.
No. You're protecting your time and energy for your mission.
Yeah.
Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a mission, and you got to protect.
You're right.
No matter how, by building certain barriers around yourself.
Yeah.
As much as you're a human being and you want to give and you want to help and you want to support and you want to do all of that, you still need to take time for yourself. Because remember, if you yourself aren't doing good and you yourself aren't in the clear mental space that you want to be, it's no good.
Yeah. Sometimes I think about it, like if I'm outside, if I'm out, or let's say me and you are out, and they're like, oh, you experience, can I get a pic? Come here, man. Like this, bro. You want a pic? Oh, come here, we'll take a pic. Because I don't know what it's like to be, but I've had experiences where I've got denied, like, photos, in a respectful way, too.
How does that feel? Even though it's respectful, how does that feel?
How did it feel?
Yeah, to get rejected from even though obviously you were respectful and they were respectful.
Yeah, it felt mutual. There was no love hate. No, it was mutual, and I respected that. I was like, all right, like and the way she did it too. It was a great if that were to ever happen to me, I would do it in that way. You know, she's like, hey, look, like, I got a lot going on right now. I'm very busy. Like, I would love to, but I just can't right now. And I'm like, all right, like that's. And now again, going back to the courage to be disliked, that's her. My reaction is not her responsibility, her duty. So like she can't control that, and that's something you just everyone's gotta live by. Where it's like you make your decision, whatever the outcome is from the other people, you can't control that.
Yeah, we talked about that I think last.
You know what I mean? So, but I was just thinking about like I think about these things where I'm like, man, when we get there, when we make it, and like people recognize us, like I'd want to embrace them and like bring them in, and if we're eating dinner and you want something, you want to eat, what you want, man, and then like anything, like I just want to be of service to people, like show them that I'm loving and I'm giving. That's it. Like that's who I am. I'm gonna give.
Wait till you have 50,000 people waiting for you outside. They all want to eat. Okay, I hope you have a black card. Because I'm going to be there too. Feed me too, dude. Me too over here.
You know, I think about those things because like that's how.
Since you show me all the expensive
and,
stuff.
And the nice spots
the
too. $8,000 steaks and
Yeah.
stuff. You know, and I think the reason I think about those things is because I put that environment is in my head. Like I start to think that, and then I start to believe that, and then it starts to happen. Like it really becomes like that. It's where my environment up here in my brain between my ears, like it's success in here. It's success, you know, and it's not. I wouldn't say it's not easy. Like I wouldn't say that. It's just like discipline. A lot of discipline is and again, if I can increase the chances of being disciplined by being surrounded by that environment of discipline, like discipline,
makes it easier to be disciplined.
It makes it easier,
because
which is
you are
why
surrounded by it.
I wanted to get this out today, right now. Like we have, like when we don't connect, I feel that.
Mhm.
I feel like it's harder to, you know what I mean? We have to start. We got to get back locking in again together.
They're like locked in season.
Yeah.
I don't know if I sent it to you or who I sent it to, but I sent something like that to somebody. But it's honestly that you have to kind of you once you become aware of what you want or what you're looking for and what drives you, what moves you, what engages you, what brings you alive, what gives you that passion, right? For you, it's you like to talk about it. You like to be in that space. That's why you like to go out and have these nice restaurants, right?
Mhm.
That's why you like to do all these different things that remind you of what you're looking forward to be in the future.
Yeah.
And the more you do that, the more you learn that it feels good. It feels good to do the things that feel good to yourself. So do those. You know, those are essential because they're nice, subtle reminders that you can be wherever you want to be based off of whatever you decide, based off of whatever you believe.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's not to the level where you want to be now, but if you continue to stay consistent, you follow the different things that you have to do along your path, you're going to get there. You're going to get there.
I think if you believe it, it's gonna happen. Because there has been instances where I want something bad and I believe I can get it. Before you know it, Vic, I got it. Like it's in my possession. I got it somehow.
Mm.
And like it's through the belief. How much I believe in myself, in it, in the vision, in everything. And the way I got to believe that is like, again, I have changed my environment up a lot from like the age of 20 to now. And
it's like those. You say you have 3 baseballs that you caught, right? Is it 3?
4.
4?
5.
5 baseballs.
5 baseballs.
So you've caught 5 baseballs. I mean, how many? I would like to see if there's a number of who has the most amount of baseballs and just
who like in the world. It's got to be Zach Campbell. Shout out Zach Campbell.
that he's caught from games.
Oh yeah, he had like a record of like thousands, a couple thousands.
Really?
He said so. He had a record. I think he like let it go because it was like at some point you gotta call it quits. But
what do you need so many balls for?
But it's just the art of it. It's the art of getting a
Right.
baseball.
What are you
But
gonna do with 1,000 balls?
he built pyramids and stuff with it. Basically, he had a streak of getting a baseball
Mhm.
for like years. Like at every game he's gone, he's gotten at least one baseball, and like that's the streak. And he's had it for years, like thousands of games, like
Really?
consistent.
That's pretty cool.
And you know, shout out Zach Campbell, super cool dude. Well, I haven't met him, but like he
No,
seems.
you make it sound, I was about to tell you, is he the one who gave you the secret on how to get those balls?
Well, he actually did though, but like without telling me, because I would watch his videos and he would say how, and like I just started practicing that. Dude, I got so many baseballs.
Okay.
Like he would go to like the extreme, and again, I think it goes back to like if you want to do something, do it to the best of your ability. This guy learned different languages to speak to the players to get a baseball. So like he learned Japanese to ask for a ball in Japanese, so that the people, like not a lot of people ask him, like not a lot of people speak in Japanese to these players. So when they hear that, they're like, oh, you know what, like I'm giving him a ball for that. So like he got balls like that. I remember watching, he did like they kind of interviewed him, I think like MLB interviewed him or something, because this guy started getting popularity, obviously thousands of followers, and they asked him like, how do you do it, like how do you get these, and he's like, honestly it's like deep work, you know, focusing on how, so he would take statistics, numbers don't lie, and he would take statistics on the players, who they're playing, like who's pitching against them, how many times do they hit a home run, if they hit a home run where, this, and he would strategically be in places where it, you know, his chances increase, and like because of that he's caught very historic baseballs, in the being prepared, and like, you know.
So he what it sounds like is he had a goal. Right?
He had a goal.
Catch the baseball, and he did all this work, all this preparedness, and he put himself in the right environment to catch those baseballs, based off of the information that he had received, based off of what his goal was.
Yeah.
So, and that's the same thing for our life.
Yeah.
Is we got to set a goal, and we got to pick up the information that we need to get us closer to that goal, and then put ourselves in the way of the water that flows towards that goal.
It's like I jumped into the river of water flowing, and I just started flowing with it, and that's how I got 5 baseballs in a span of like, you know, like when I was, they call that ball hockey, so like they're ball hawks, like hawks watching these baseballs. And like when I was in my ball hawking era, dude, I collected. They're so easy, so easy. And then once I got there, I'm like, oh, this is easy. You know, like you just gotta.
Sometimes we complicate things.
Yeah.
We humans just tend to complicate things just because it's just easy. It's easier to complicate things than to simplify. But Albert Einstein always said, and I think Richard Feynman as well, is that if you cannot explain a concept to where a child can understand it, then you yourself do not understand it.
Which is why, dude, I was thinking about this too. Phil Knight, just do it. I was thinking about that phrase, just do it. It's so simple.
Simple, but it's a lot.
Simple, but it's true. Cause I was thinking about it the other day. Like, Nate, like just do it, Nate. Like stop complicating it. Stop feeling sorry for it. Just do it.
But you were having a Shia LaBeouf moment.
Yeah, just do it. Remember when that thing came out? Yeah. I had to be in high school.
What?
Yeah, you were probably what?
I was already.
You're probably
working man.
Yeah, damn, that's crazy. You're probably taking care of your grandchildren or something.
You're waiting on that one. You're waiting on that one. But you know, going back to this stuff here, it all starts. It all starts with you. It starts with your awareness. It starts with you, what you want, your direction. What are you looking for? Yeah. Set that up first, and then from there begin to arrange everything around that. Is I want to be fit, then begin to set up your life in the way that you're going to need to, so you can be fit. If you eat at night or you binge eat at night, figure out a way how you don't binge eat at night. And if you want to work out, figure out a way. Is it going to be in the mornings? Is it going to be in the evenings? Where does a workout fit in? Is it something that you're already doing? Maybe you're already going for a walk, and you can transform that walk into a jog. You know, find different things like that where you're setting up your environment to just kind of latch onto these new habits, this new personality that you're looking.
You gotta work with the cards that you're dealt with. And that's it. You gotta work with the cards that you're dealt with, and understand that your cards are meant for you. Like those are your cards. And when I think about my cards that I got dealt with, I'm just like, oh, like I'm going uphill, you know. But because I'm going uphill, it's made me to like get my legs stronger, you know, get my calves stronger, get my stamina up, like all that. You know, I didn't quit to that. I didn't make an excuse. No, it's like you got to those are my cards. Some cards have some cards have it easier. Some cards may even have it harder. But again, just surround yourself surround yourself even with people that got easier cards. They still want to succeed. Some of them might want to succeed. It's still more. Surround yourself with that just environment of people who just, no matter what deck of cards they got, they're still somehow looking to improve, get better. And the more you focus that on yourself, the more you start to attract those kind of people too. Because then you start realizing, you know, you start finding where they're at, where you know, they can be anywhere obviously, but I'm saying like that when you find dine, there's a lot of them out there. You know what I mean? I've met freaking CEOs of companies. I've met people who build planes. I've met all types of people, business card type people. You know, they're like, business card. Here, take my info down. Take my info down. You know, and again, you don't got to go that extreme, but just surround yourself by people who want to see you win.
And to get around those people, they usually are going to hang out around other people that are the same. So, once you get in one, it gets easier to get the others because everybody there wants to win and everybody's winning, so they have no problem with seeing you win.
Remember we went to go eat at the Strand? And then we go downstairs to hear music.
It's funny because I've been thinking about the musicians this whole time. I want to go hear them again. They were pretty good. They were really good.
Remember we went and they were singing and whatever. What group was right in front of them? Remember the group? Again, like that's the environment we are surrounding ourselves. Me and you surround ourselves with. It was these group of men that looked like they had bread, balling, all in suits, celebrating something because they just kept getting the vino. And I'm like,
they looked like they had just closed the deal.
They're celebrating multi-million-dollar deal.
Right.
And they're just celebrating, having a good time.
Right. And good music, too, because the environment was good, too. Yeah. You're by the beach. The music was good. The guys really had vocals on them. They really knew how to play their instruments. And
making me want to go tonight, man. Stop it. Yeah. But, you know, just, again, that people look at me sometimes and they're like, oh, I tell them a lot, right? Like the type of things I do for fun. Like, oh, you're fancy, you're classy, you're this and that. Like no, it's just like they don't understand. They don't understand. Like I don't know if they don't understand, they don't like it. I'm just like, come try this out and see for yourself. It's
dimensions of understanding.
Yeah.
It's because you can see it. You can see it this way: is do I really want to spend $150 on a meal, or $100 on a meal, or do I just want to go to In-N-Out and spend $15?
Yeah.
Right. But it's really, what's your purpose behind it? For you, it's motivating. It builds this energy inside of you that in your mind and processes and becomes like, I want more of this.
Yeah.
I want more of this. So your mind gets into like, how do I get more of this?
Yeah.
Right. What do I need to know? What do I need to learn? Who do I need to talk to get closer to this?
Yeah.
So that's the way that you pursue it. That's the way that you see it. So that's why for you it makes sense. For somebody else it might not, because they see it as like, well, that's wasteful. I can get full with this. Right? It's just all the filter that you're seeing the life through.
Yeah. So if any of you are dealing with, come out with Nate. Yeah. Come out with Nate. Let me show you.
A nice little credit card.
Let me show you what it's like to I'm gonna go reference The Weeknd again. He said, "I wanna show you how I blow money, baby." Ooh, when I heard that, I'm like, yes, please. But I always treat big over here sometimes.
Yeah,
it feels good. It feels good to treat. He also does treat a lot. So,
So
I
we
think I'm taking care of you now.
yeah, you take me out to dinners, take me to work and back. I'm living in your home.
No,
But
man.
and again, it's something where all that stuff that you do works for you, and it keeps you motivated, and it keeps you focused on the path and the direction that
Yeah.
you're looking to go, and it makes you want to surround yourself even more.
Yeah. And that's how that environment works for
And
me.
that's how that environment works for you. So now you take your time, your environment, and what do I want it to be? Well, I want to be a loving family man
Yeah.
or woman. Right. So then, what steps do you have to take to become that?
Yeah.
And then get to doing that and stay consistent in that, and you build that there, and all that stuff takes different skills, and it takes community. I mean, building a relationship is really a lot of communication, with your friends and with your family and with your loved one.
Yeah. You gotta just
Partner.
tell it like it is. You ever heard that song?
I mean, maybe.
It's a good song. It's an oldie too.
Mm.
I forget by who, but it's called "Tell It Like It Is." Pretty good song. But yeah, that's kind of the rant I had for today.
Kind of your rant for today.
You know, just surround yourself, man. Surround yourself by winners, by people who want to win, by people who want to do better, ever. Just people who don't look at life that are like, oh, this have like always complaining, whining. Like,
I mean, have you ever seen? There's some people that it just when they first speak, it just sounds like they have a brain cloud just over them,
yeah,
and it's just like, well, I'm here again.
yeah.
You really, dude? You're 6 feet above ground. You have the opportunity to breathe another day. You have the opportunity to exchange in a conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know what causes that, but at least the more I tell it to myself, the more I realize it. And sometimes it doesn't feel like there's paradise.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like I'm in paradise. But you know what? The more I complain about it, the less it's going to feel that way. So it's better to just say, okay, so what is good about this already? Well, the fact that you woke up, the fact that you have another opportunity, the fact that you can do whatever you want with your day, the fact that you can really decide today that today's the day that changes my whole life.
Yeah.
Today's the day where I can put down that marker in my life where it says, I'm going to do that one thing that I've been wanting to, but I haven't. That could be today. That could be tomorrow. The choice is yours. The thing doesn't take that long. It's the decision to get to that point that takes a long time, because we think it, we overthink it, we overanalyze it, we relook at it, we change the perspective, we change the angle until we make the decision. And that's where it cuts it off, and then you change and shift your direction. And then your habits push you through to that next step, right? That's why the habit of consistency, the habit of learning, the habit of getting around the right people, and you start building all that, and it starts pushing you in that direction, and you start seeing that you're wearing a jetpack, so you're moving faster, through life, as opposed to having that bag of rocks in your back holding you back, and that's just kind of how it is. That's why this whole lock-in mentality sometimes, well, not sometimes, but the more I read, I just finished Deep Work. I was re-listening to it, and that's what a lot of very, very successful people do, is lock in, go deep.
Yeah.
I mean, even AI, they weren't releasing it to everybody. First, they locked it in, they trained it, they developed it, and then they release it to everybody. And they do that every so often to make sure that it's stable and good and doing all the things that it's supposed to be doing. There is always an isolation period in everything. There's always a germination period. There's periods of life. There's seasons of life. Find out what season you're in. Find out where do you want to be. And focus on that. Set it all up. Give yourself that. All the advantages you can possibly arrange for yourself, do that. And then believe deeply in yourself. That no matter what pushes you in what direction, whatever direction it pushes you in, you're going to get back up. Now you're going to know how it feels to be pushed from that direction and know how to dodge that. Right? It's not like there was ever a football player that never got tackled. I remember when we used to see Reggie Bush, play when he was with USC. Man, that guy was amazing. This guy was doing backflips. I mean, this guy was crazy. And it's just because he got really good at observing what was in front of him and learning how to move away from it. Right? He learning how to maneuver. He trained and trained and trained. Like he didn't just start like that. He wasn't 2 years old backflipping on people and juking people and never getting like that. That wasn't it. It's just he learned information. He practiced the information. He executed on the information. And every time something happened, it was more information that he was able to set it up in his profile of the mind. So it's like, oh, they're coming at me this way. I'm going to do that, right? Like he was able to process all that information, but that all came from experience and doing and setting it up and doing it over and over and over and over again. It's like Steph Curry. Every single shot he takes, he practices it every single time. He didn't just take his first shot and automatically was an amazing 3-point shooter.
Repetition.
Repetition is the mother of skill. I forget what's the father. Somebody said it. Tony Robbins says it. I just can't remember it. But and then it all starts with you. You're the seed to it all. If you yourself are not aware of what you want, or you haven't said anything for you, you're going to be at the mercy of somebody who does have a goal and a plan, and you're just going to join that one, and they're going to push you and move you like a pinball machine in the direction that they need you to go. So take it upon yourself. You wanna have a life that you're happy about. You wanna have something that you feel is fruitful. Then find out what's that thing for you. Find out what's that thing for you.
That's how you end it right there. Hey, I just want to before we get out of here, I want to thank you personally just for like helping me with this podcast, yo. Like we making it happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Thank you for that. You like making my dreams come true. And this is just gonna be like I'm able to like I eventually will help my family, like, like buy them whatever I want them to, like because of this, and like you just helped me with that opportunity. So thank you for that, man. I just wanted to let you know that.
And it's all possible, not just because of everything that's here right now, but it's because of the direction and the steps and the learning and the growing that you've ultimately done. Right? Nothing is given, everything is earned.
That's crazy.
You have to realize that if you expect something for nothing, you're going to be waiting for about 78 years. You may or may not.
Oh,
right. So it's you got to make it happen.
Yeah.
You are the decider of your life. You are the captain of that ship.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other pilot besides you. So what are you going to make it? And sometimes the more scarier the thing seems, that's probably the thing that you want to do, that you need to do. Because on the other side of fear, it's that knowing that, wow, like I took action on my fear, and now I am above my fear, and now overcoming that fear has made me stronger, faster, better, sharper. And that's it.
That's it for me, man. Thank you again for listening. Episode number 13. Pew, pew, pew. We going strong, baby. Every week we going hard. So thank all of y'all for listening again. It's amazing to see our efforts get rewarded. You know what I mean? That's enough for me, Vic. Thank you again. Good episode today. We'll see you on the next one. That's it for me. I don't know if you got.
So just to summarize all of it. Look at your friends, look at the ideas you're taking, look at what you're talking about, look at what you're reading, look at what you're surrounding yourself out by, and then decide, is that the stuff that I want? Is that the stuff that I really, that is me, that is the future me, the 5-year me, the 10-year me that I see? If it is, great. Push harder, go 10x, build it bigger, better, badder. If it's not, then realign, redirect. And with that, I think we're done.
We're done. Vic told it like it is.
Now, be good, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.
And I know you